Hello, YouTube, once again, and it's me, John Avenger, and welcome back to Movies That Start with Consonants Month. I should just say with a consonant month because adding the S just makes things difficult to say. But anyway, this is the letter C we're getting to, and it is a 2000 action comedy from the early 2000s, directed by McG. No, this is not a burger from McDonald's, and I don't think he's a terrible director. And you know what? I know this is going to come up. Yes, feminists are gonna probably jump on me about this movie, but yeah, I have an open mind. Charlie's Angels, the 2000 Charlie's Angels. Now, before I review this movie, let me say this once. Fembusters should have learned from this movie. You see this? Yeah, you should learn from this. This has three women, not transgender, not freaking, men. Three women that kick ass and they go on missions and they are really cool and they never mention, the fact that they're, they don't beat over the head that they're women. We get it. That's how the show was. That's how this movie is. And by the way, I do not welcome a reboot for this because these three women are the Charlie's Angels in the film. They tried to reboot in the 2010s with a TV show in 2011. It failed because the casting was all wrong. And then now they're going to get people like Lupita Nyong'o from, 12 Years a Slave. Not that anything against black people, because I'm fine with someone black being the Charlie's Angels. That's not a problem. But Kristen Stewart, does this franchise, the TV show, the movies, and that failed pilot from 2011, does that scream the girl from Twilight? No. Don't worry, this is not a rant on this movie because I like this movie. No, we don't need Kristen Stewart pretending to be badass. It already failed in Star Wars. It failed in not the Hunger Games. It failed in Twilight. It failed in the Huntsman sequel. It failed in freaking The Host and The Fifth Wave. We're tired of wannabe female badasses that don't work. You know why she worked? Black Widow? Because we buy her as a badass. These three women are the Charlie's Angels. You're not going to do better than this. I'm sorry. Cameron Diaz, this is her in her prime before she started making shitty films. You had Drew Barrymore, a childhood favorite of mine from E.T. I love that movie. Good child actress. Yes, she had a lot of problems, and she is mental in the head at times, but she's still a good actress. And you have Lucy Liu. Yeah, an Asian actress that is absolutely gorgeous, and she's a talent. I'm going to say there's one bad thing about this movie that I don't like, and that's Bill Murray. Not because of his performance. He is good in the film, but fuck you for saying that this woman has no talent. She's like, you can't act. I can't believe it. I know why you're here. I know why you're here. But why are you here? Because she's Asian and she kicks ass. That's sexy, man. Why are you so close-minded? Are you racist or something, Bill Murray? What the fuck is wrong with you? Huh? What is wrong with you? You said yes to Fembusters. You said yes to that. And yet this movie gets a lower rating than Fembusters. Why? This is a better movie. The action works. The action scenes, yes, there's some wire-fu, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon action scenes, but it's well done. It's not shaky cam. It's not bad cuts where I don't know what's going on. It is PG-13, but it has a fast pace. It's only 99 minutes. It's not 2 hours with an extended cut that you don't need. And it doesn't have Bill Murray going, oh, this video's a fake. Yep, that's it. He's like dead. Here, at least he's giving a performance, but why would you talk shit about Lucy Liu? Why? Her track record is better than yours, man, especially in the last 15 years. She did Kung Fu Panda. She did Kill Bill. She did freaking, this movie. She did voices for a lot of other animated shows, and she was in Mulan too. That's better than Fembusters. That movie is not a classic, but it's a lot better than Fembusters, your stupid cameo where you phone it in and you get killed. Yeah, here, at least Bill Murray's performance is good, but there's a reason they recasted him in the sequel. Because he was an asshole to this gorgeous Asian woman. Yeah. I never had a problem with Lucy Liu in any movie, even when the movie sucked. I'm like, she makes tough sexy for some reason, because in Payback with Mel Gibson, I don't know which version I saw, theatrical cut or the director's cut. Anyway, she plays like this kind of like dominatrix, like tough chick, that she's really forceful. But I'm like, it's your face. I love your face. Hey, hobo, you don't have her face. You see that face? That's a face I want to see in my dreams. That face. Like I said, she's like, she wears leather. She embraces her femininity. She embraces the fact that she's a woman. She embraces the fact that she's an Asian woman that gets a lot of work and she can act. Yes, I hate to bring up Emer, who passed away this year, but he said that she can't act. So rest in peace, sir, but she can act. If you heard her voice in the Kung Fu Panda movies, you would know that. But, you know, this is not about bashing him. But I don't know why Lucy Liu gets a bad rap. I don't understand. My friend Josh can vouch for me. Asian women kicking ass is always a turn on for me. I don't know why it is. I don't know. Sean, you know me. You know that I love Asian women. When they're kicking ass in a movie, no matter how long the movie is, no matter how short the movie is, no matter what they do, if they entice me, I'm like, yeah, I'm all for it. And they had to get an ethnic woman because I'm like, you have a Spanish, German, American, and you have another white girl, and then you have an Asian, so it balances out. If they hire someone black or like Indian or Arabic, they would say, "Oh, this is racist" or whatever. You know, people are just closed-minded. And this movie deserves to make money. It's a fun movie. It's held up. I know I'm not trying to be political. Just, you know, it pisses me off that she gets shit for this movie by Bill Murray's like, I'm an asshole. Yeah, whatever, dude. You at least her career is thriving more than yours. But yeah, the girls, they kick ass in the movie. And yeah, like I said, SJWs will love this movie because it's about women kicking ass, and this was in the early 2000s. Nowadays, they want that for everything. And I'm like, we get it. We want women to be paid the same as a man. We want them to get the positions that men always get. We get it. We got it. You don't need to put that in your freaking CW shows and your Marvel movies and your freaking, you know, recent stuff like this, the new Star Wars. You don't need to do that. We get it. We got it. But this movie is a lot of fun. Let me read the back. Adventure has never been more beautiful than Charlie's Angels. I agree with that. Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu, fuck you, Bill Murray, for saying she's a no talent, just for that, star as the captivating crime-fighting trio who are masters of disguise, espionage, and martial arts. And by the way, I did see the TV show, so I can vouch for this movie. It's not Lost in Space. When a devious mastermind embroils them in a plot to destroy individual privacy, the angels are on the spot with their brains, brawn, and high-tech toys, aided by their loyal sidekick Bosley. You know who plays the Bosley. The girls are about to bring down the bad guys when a terrible secret is revealed that makes the angels a target of assassination. Now it's a matter of life and death, or death, as the stunningly smart detectives use their state-of-the-art skills to kick evil's butt in the sexy octane comedy. Yeah, there's some funny moments in the movie. I laughed. There's even a scene that I thought was pretty badass because there's a scene where Drew Barrymore's falling from the sky and she gets naked. Well, they don't show her. It's a skin suit because it's PG-13. And she sees these little kids playing the PS2, which is pretty cool. Because I'm like, oh no, the PS1. There's the PS1. It was the year 2000. Yeah. And she gets a Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt with his arms like snakes. That's pretty awesome. I love that. And yeah, it's a fun movie. You know, there's a scene that Drew Barrymore dresses up. She has a face mask like Ethan Hunt in the Mission Impossible films, and it's LL Cool J. So there's some cameos. You got Crispin Glover playing a freaky guy. That yeah, he's always a weirdo in movies, and he pulls women's hair. Yeah, I don't pull women's hair. I touch it because it's soft. And this is before the Harvey Weinstein freaking scandals, which yeah, that was gonna blow up a long time ago. So you know, fuck that. But anyway, this is a fun movie. If you have not seen this movie, you can find it anywhere. They have it on Amazon. I got this at a yard sale last year, and I don't regret it. And with all this SJW stuff now, I'm like, we don't need a reboot. We got this movie. Or just go watch the 70s TV show. It's got a kick-ass score. I love that. And yeah, I love shows with women. I've never had a problem with that. Ever. I don't. What bothers me when they do it here is because that's the whole focus. It's like, oh, the guys have to be old and do nothing, or they got to be side characters, and the woman has to be in front and center. That's not what this was about. Here it is, because Charlie is the guy, that talks to the angels through a freaking, like a radio, whatever. And he gives them the mission. He's basically like Nick Fury, and they got the voice of John Forsythe, who did the show. So that was cool. That was a nice nod to the late great John Forsythe. Rest in peace, sir. But yeah, what pissed me off in the movie is not even the film itself. McGee's direction is fine. Yeah, they say, oh, he's a music video director. So is Michael Bay. And I think Zack Snyder. But I'm giving him a chance, Zack Snyder, next week when I see Justice League. I just want to be entertained. Is this movie entertaining? Hell yeah. There's a scene where Drew Barrymore's like, that's kicking your ass. There's a scene where they do a pose like in the Avengers. It's pretty cool. And the girls do a great job. I don't understand how this girl gets the shit. Yet your precious hobo gets praise and adulation like she's freaking a messiah, and she's not. These girls are much better because I love Cameron Diaz in The Mask. I love her voice as Fiona in Shrek, in all 4 Shrek movies and the holiday specials. And I like Night and Day. That's the last good movie she ever made. Drew Barrymore, loved her in the E.T. Lucy Liu, I love her voice. I love her pale skin. I love her Asian face. I just love it. I can watch that woman just stroking her hair. I think she does that in whatchamacallit, in another movie, The Man with the Iron Fist, which is another awesome movie. I should review that. And I'm like, yeah, again, maybe it's a fetish of mine that I like Asian women because they entice me. They intrigue me. They're beautiful to look at. They don't have to say a word. I've seen a lot of anime. I've seen a lot of kaiju films, a lot of martial arts movies where I see these Asian women. I'm like, wow, they take care of themselves and they're beautiful. They're not messing up their face with freaking surgeries. Or Kristen Stewart, I'm going to do a horrible franchise and then I'm going to do some shitty freaking, Snow White movie and then I'm going to become a lesbian and freaking do dramas. Yeah, that's your choice, but you're not going to ever be as beautiful as these women are. I'm sorry, Kristen Stewart. You're freaking horrifying to look at. My friend Josh can definitely vouch. That woman gives nightmares to men now. Especially if she looks like a drug addict. At least these women, Barrymore was, but she got sober and she's doing fine now. And Lucy Liu, I will defend that woman. No, Ballistic Exorcist Sever wasn't her fault. That was the directing and the writing. She's awesome. She's a treasure compared to what Bill Murray said to her. I do not understand that at all. I would kill to freaking, work with a woman like Maggie Q or Lucy Liu or Kelly Hu. Asian women entice me. They do. Why you think I love Live Free or Die Hard so much? It's not just because of the action and Bruce Willis. Because Maggie Q is the sexiest assassin henchwoman I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. But anyway, Charlie's Angels. If you want to see something after the TV show, I think this is a nice nod to it without being insulting. This is not Lost in Space. Believe me, it's faithful to the show. It has, granted, they do some of the sexuality things, but it's with women. What do you expect? Women have boobs and legs and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They're going to use that. You use what you got. I'm sorry. I'm as controversial as the next guy, and I've never even sexually assaulted a woman like these dumbasses celebrities that do now, which I don't understand. You treat a woman with respect. McGee did. That's why he got to work with these women twice. Twice. In this and the underrated sequel, which I don't understand, which gets so much hate. Full Throttle. It's got a wonderful cameo by Carrie Fisher, and I miss her like crazy. And I'm going to reference that when I review that next time. But yeah, Charlie's Angels, a fun movie. Flaws, like I said, there's some things that weren't needed. Like Bill Murray's comments just really left a bad taste in my mouth. I like the soundtrack. They do the Godzilla theme. They go dun 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 dun. They go dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Also, the guy characters in this movie, some of the others like Matt LeBlanc and Sam Rockwell, they're not really in the movie that much, so they don't leave much of an impression. But Crispin Glover's good, and Kelly Lynch. Tim Curry, I don't remember him at all in this movie. But yeah, it's a good production. It's funny. It's got good action sequences. These women kick ass, and they don't have superpowers. Winkety wink wink. Yes, you can have kick ass women without making them like an untouchable force. That's what people hated about Lucy. But I didn't, because I'm like, that made sense. She had a drug inside of her system. Where's the explanation for this? Huh? Where's the explanation? I don't need another movie to freaking explain that. Do it in your first freaking movie. And these women, yeah, I gotta say it, because I would rather watch this and the sequel than to watch any more Charlie's Angels anything. The reboot show failed. The new movie will fail. Kristen Stewart, really? And Lupita Nyong'o, who's gonna be your third one? Rebel Wilson? Oh, I got cancer, and I'm fat, and I'm gonna do a barrel roll. No, fuck you, Rebel Wilson. You'll never touch Charlie's Angels. You're annoying as it is in Pitch Perfect. But if you have not seen this, guys, Nerd Pack, this is as nerdy as you can get, because the TV show was from the 70s. You had a bunch of gorgeous women kicking ass and being tough and being beautiful at the same time. They didn't have to be, we're tough men. No, they're women, and they embrace it. That's what real feminism is all about. Enough said. So I really enjoyed Charlie's Angels. I got to see this movie again. It's been too long. There's a commentary and from the director and the set designers, and there's a lot of features here. So I want to see women kicking ass that I buy, and I do buy these women. No matter what Bill Murray says about Lucy Liu. That's why they said, oh, they had tension. Yeah, that's why in the sequel, she came back and was dancing and being charming. You weren't. Look at the pictures there. You got Cameron Diaz. You got, that's not a naked picture. They just show her with a balloon. There's Bill Murray, of course, with Kelly Lynch. And there's her, there's Matt LeBlanc and Lucy Liu. He got to kiss that. So lucky for you, Joey from Friends. You deserve that. Yeah, and there's the picture of the girls right there. They're awesome Avengers-like pose, just like in the TV show. I like the show. So this movie was a breath of fresh air. My mom didn't really think it was that great, but hey, the show had Kate Jackson and Jacqueline Smith, Wink, and Farrah Fawcett, who I miss. Rest in peace, Farrah Fawcett. And also Cheryl Ladd in the later seasons. See, I know my stuff, man. I am a movie buff and a TV buff because I embrace the old and the new when it's done right. And this was done right for the most part. So, yeah, that's my long, epic, not rant, but my, all of my thoughts in one video about Charlie's Angels. It's not a C-list movie. It's a good adaptation of the show. And it's a fun action comedy that, yeah, is it cheesy? Yeah, but it's still fun to watch. I don't feel in pain when I watch movies like this. With episode 8, everything in that movie is going to be painful. I guarantee it. Or freaking any movie with that hobo. Murder of the Orient Express and Peter Rabbit. And freaking the movie she's doing with Tom Holland. I told you once, I told you 1,000 times, she can't act. These women can. All three of them, no matter what Bill Murray says. You can't act. Get out of here, you stupid Asian. No, you don't say stuff like that, man. That's racist. At least when they brought Bernie Mac in the sequel, he had better chemistry with the girls than you did. Because you like to be an asshole, Bill Murray. I'm sorry. Treat people with respect. Old age is not going to cut it. But anyway, that's my review on Charlie's Angels, the 2000 film. We don't need a reboot. This is as good as you're going to get. Sorry. I don't care who you get. You could get Michael Bay to direct it. It's going to be about boobs and not a story. This has substance in it. It has a decent enough story. It's a way better movie than Mission Impossible 2. Yeah, there, I said it. 3 women kicking ass in a spy thriller is better than Tom Cruise pretending to, the director pretending that Tom Cruise is an Asian star, which he's not. And a boring hour of nothing and a lame-ass villain. Yeah, I don't buy it. This movie's way better. I need to see it again. It's been too long. 17 years since I first saw it on VHS. I would have loved if I'd seen this in the theater. That would have been a great fun time. I was 15 at the time, and I really, really enjoyed my